All right, so what's up? This your girl, K. Wilp.
I'm Sir.
And we have two guests on the show today with us. And we're going to let them introduce themselves. And you are?
I'm ABN. And I'm the manager at the current grocery store.
I'm DJ Mook. I'm a heavy equipment operator.
All right.
For me.
So we got DJ Mook and
ABN.
All right, let's go, Jay. I don't want you to always spend money on a date. I want you to think outside the box. I don't want to go to dinner, to the movies. I hate movie dates. That's the stupidest date in the world to me.
You killed like half my game right there.
The movie date. Why would you go on a movie date? You're trying on a date. You're trying to get to know somebody.
I might fall asleep in the movie.
I mean,
you might fall asleep. But on a date, you're trying to get to know somebody. You can't get to know nobody in a movie theater.
Go walk in the
okay.
park.
I can respect it. What if it was like a 2-part date? Like, what if we went out to dinner first?
I still don't like dinner movie dates. That's so cliche.
Well, damn. You just didn't
I'm
kick
sorry.
my whole game.
I'm trying. I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna help you out because I'm just saying there are females that like that, but I want you to think outside the box. I don't think you have to spend money every time you go on a date. I don't. I think you should be able to go take a walk in the park. You can go take a walk on the beach. I love the water. If you listen to a female and listen to their likes, all the time it's not about money.
Well, that's what I thought. That's what I thought. Because she was talking about, I'm like, what are your hobbies? She was like, well, I'm a kicker for exercise right now. That's a big thing I'm into. I'm like, cool. I like to walk. Park not far from both of us. Oh, it's the park you walk at? Shit, let's walk together. Let's talk. Yeah. The whole time we exercise and talking together the entire time. I'm low-key over here exhausted as shit. I ain't gonna lie. I'm exhausted as shit, but we still talking. I'm out here out of breath asking questions. She asked me, am I all right? Because she used to it more than I am. No problem. I'm still engaging her, but when I was like, I made it like in a kind of a joking manner. I'm like, maybe I'm doing pretty good for a first date. She was like, this ain't a date. That shit made me press brakes hard and shit. I'm like, well, damn.
Well,
what is a date then?
That's something that she always do. Is it something that you planned ahead of time? Is it something that it was like spur of the moment?
Partially. Let me explain what I mean partially. Like, I had already told her that, on these days, this is what I do. Like, on my off days, I go work out here, whoop-de-whoop. And she was like, oh, I would love to come and join you one time. So, I guess that might have been my fault. I should have kind of clarified or whatever. But, fuck it, I still feel like it was
yeah, that was not a date. Yeah. That was, y'all walk in the park.
You should have went to a different park. That's the one she walk in all the time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I ain't think
it's a good idea.
Go to a different one, tell that's a date.
So when you started dating, did you what was your dating scene like? Like, what did you do?
Well, my dating scene, we went to a park. Actually, it's a park in Daphne. Mm-hmm. And we went to the park and we sat and I pushed on the swing and we conversated. Mostly it was for the drive because you conversate a lot when you're driving.
When you're driving, yeah.
Mm.
So,
it was. We didn't actually go out to a restaurant. We went out to a little eatery downtown because you can sit outside. Mm-hmm. So we sat outside and talked and we ate.
That's cool.
So is it more?
It was more conversation than that.
That's why I was just about that.
Yeah, that's what a date is, though.
A date is just conversation. So why does the location matter?
Because you want to make sure you're in a place where you can get to know them. Like he said, the drive over there. Like, he didn't stay in Mobile. They drove away from here.
And I did pick up on the fact that y'all drove together. Like, so you picked her up?
Yeah, I picked her up.
Yeah,
so I make that
and sometimes ladies don't like that on
true.
the first date.
That's true. I did run into that
because they don't want you to know where they live.
Yep.
Well, actually, I didn't pick her up from her house. We met at a certain spot and then we drove.
Okay.
She parked her car at the grocery store and did that.
See, that's good. Yeah. So I mean, that's an idea. So that's a good idea. What about you?
How far are we going back? You know what I'm saying?
Are you dating somebody now? If you're dating somebody now, go back to the relationship.
When you talking about elementary,
that's what I'm saying.
So are both of y'all married?
Pre-K. Go back to
pre-K. I'm widowed. My wife passed a few years ago.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Thank you.
So
I'm married though.
Yeah. So okay. But go ahead. I didn't mean to cut you off.
Well, we went to school together, so we knew each other.
Okay.
I'm saying, I think our first date we went out to eat. I picked up, I drove, so.
All right.
So we already
I'm hearing the chivalry shit. Like that's what I'm hearing.
Yeah,
like that's part of like.
Yeah, pick them up, open doors.
So I don't feel bad now, like, cause I feel like we had a conversation the other day where we was honestly talking about chivalry, and I feel like it ain't appreciated as much as it was back then.
Sometimes.
And like I feel aggravated by that shit, cause no offense, I was raised by people from y'all generation.
Yep.
So everything that I'm drilled to know and do is like, when I try to apply it, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And it's aggravating as shit. So I appreciate that. Like,
If I open the door for a lady at the store, she just walk past.
Oh, I make you want to trip there. You know?
Man,
I understand it.
Let me catch you walking back up.
Ladies, chivalry is not dead. I mean, I teach my son that. The conversation we were having the other day, my son went out on a date with his girlfriend, and I actually took them on the date. Well, his girlfriend at the time. And the little girl was like, I don't need you to open the door for me. I'm independent. No. I had to stop her.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I had to stop her because it's something that she's being taught.
Yeah.
So it's like it's losing its way because women are teaching their girls to be independent. Well, you can be independent, but don't be so independent that you can't accept chivalry from guys, or so independent that you feel like you can't depend on somebody else. Because you do sometimes you're gonna have to lean on somebody.
That shit don't make sense to me. Like, you're independent, but you're trying to date. Like, don't you realize, like, when you get together, like, you're a team.
Poor baby, she didn't know no better. She was.
I'm just saying, but like, I understand the baby,
at the time, I think.
but the person who taught her that, like, how flawed is your thinking? Like, are you a professional single?
I had that ghetto mentality.
Yeah. That might be it. You know, you're right.
I mean, I didn't know her mom like that, but she may have had that type of upbringing. So who knows?
Yeah.
But chivalry is not dead. So ladies, please, please, please respect that when guys are trying to open the doors or just being nice in general. All guys don't want something from you. And a lot of ladies feel like that. Every guy that does something for them wants something from them.
They good.
But all guys don't want something from you. So, unfortunately, I know several women that feel like if he give me something, I gotta give him something back. No, you don't.
Say thank you.
Yeah, a thank you.
Yeah, that really gets me right there.
A thank you.
Like,
it's what they want.
Nothing like I can understand. Like, if you don't accept it, that's fine. But if you accept it and then don't acknowledge it, that pisses me off.
Yeah, that pisses me off.
Because now it's like, okay, you taking this shit for granted.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna slam the door on you.
Yeah, I'm gonna slam.
So
Won't look back.
Man. All right. That was pretty deep. Really deep. I appreciate that. So and this was something that I talked to you about before we got started. And I'm not gonna lie, I wanted to warm you up because I want you to go in depth more about this because you say you've been married for 5 years. And I'm talking to DJ, not DJ.
ABN.
Sorry, I told you I was gonna fuck y'all up. What does like marriage change for you? Like that dating, of course, is a transition from dating to marriage. I know it's probably a lot of things different, but what, I guess, in yourself, or fuck it, just leave it at that. What does marriage change? Like what do you see now that you didn't see then?
Just
exhale. That exhale though.
I don't see be honest with you, I don't see a whole lot that's different. You just have to be willing to look at the same person every day and be willing to accept their flaws and their positives regardless and just adjust to them. Because the way I look at marriage is just, marriage is what you make it, first of all. And I just look at marriage as just two motherfuckers willing to deal with each other's shit for the rest of each other's life. That's the way I look at it. Just being honest.
In its purest form, I feel it.
So,
I feel it.
So how much you can take?
Yeah, so it's certain stuff she does I can deal with. I just get used to. And I know, hey, I got to deal with this, and she got to deal with me not putting the toilet seat down, shit like that. So it's
Hey, real talk. Do you feel like that's lost nowadays? Like with I feel like probably with you growing up, you hear married. Like when we saw Big Mama and them getting married, they were together for like 70 years. You know, like wasn't no option.
Mm-hmm.
That was just them together. If they got into it, they got into it. Just is what it was. But they were still together. I feel like now it's a matter of convenience. Like there is. I feel like we've been taught that. Well, you stick with them unless ... Do you feel the same way? Like looking at the now generation of people that's getting married, because I'm gonna be real, I got 3 homeboys who got married. All of them divorced now. Like they did not make 2 years. And like,
because a lot of people look at marriage as just the idea of being married. They don't look at everything that goes into being married. So,
how do you feel like? Well,
I agree with that.
how can they educate themselves on it? Like, do you feel like that's pushed to the forefront like it should? Because I feel like the idea of marriage is pushed to the forefront. Like everybody know what being married is, but I feel like nobody knows how to endure marriage.
getting in touch with God.
And I agree with that. And I think a lot of, as far as women, women face a lot of pressure when it comes to marriage.
Yeah, because they see their friends married, they feel like they have to get married.
Yeah.
So that's why a lot of women
they want
get married.
Big as the
Yeah. So they look at it as a competition.
Look at her ring.
They face that. They face family pressures. They face all type of pressures when it comes to getting married. I know when I got married, I was like, when I walked out of that courthouse, I was like, what the fuck did I just do? Like, I literally wanted to run. I say this, I think I've said it on the podcast before. I wanted to run back in there and tell that judge, look, give me my goddamn money back and let me tear these papers up. Because I was like literally in a place where in my family, the pressure was on. So when I came to myself, I was like, oh shit, I done fucked up.
Y'all pressure us too.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that, but you know,
I was pressured by my in-laws. So. I was already planning on marrying my wife, and then her mother she didn't know I was planning on marrying her, but she always said, "When you gonna marry my daughter? When you gonna marry my daughter?"
Yeah,
I seen her. When you gonna marry my daughter?
Yeah.
So in my mind, I'm like, look, bitch, I ain't got the money for the ring. Shit, wait till I get this ring, man, then I'll let you know.
Hey, let you know.
I agree.
In my mind, I'm trying to get up the guts to even ask for her blessings, you know.
Yeah,
at the same time, trying to say these goddamn McDonald's coins with this ring. So,
and I can see both sides of it now.
but eventually she asked me. So,
what?
yeah, she did.
That's dope.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna be real with you. I see a lot of people reacting to like women proposing to men.
I was just gonna say that. I was gonna ask
Yeah, like everybody be flipping out about it, but I'm like, if she just so happened to beat him to it, that's all it was. Like, if the underlying thing is two people in love prospering, why does it matter how it started?
I think a lot of people base it off of biblical principles instead of because the Bible does say he who finds a wife or finds a mate. That's what the Bible states. So people base it off of biblical principles. Me personally, I'm not going to propose to a man. That's because it's just based off of how I was raised. Yeah. But that's just me. But I don't knock nobody who does. I mean, if that's what you...
She ain't kneel down now, did you?
Say what now?
She ain't kneel down, did you?
No.
She got on one knee.
She just put it on me, hey, well, when you gonna marry me?
Oh, that was mine did.
More like that.
Yeah.
So I reversed it and asked her. So.
Okay.
I mean, that's what's up.
Yeah.
I don't feel like there's like... I feel like there's no...
With your marriage, when you got married...
Yeah,
a lot of times, and guys feel the pressure too. I don't think nobody should be pressured to be married because my marriage is serious to me, and I was unhappily married for I think 2 years, maybe it lasted 2 years. I tried. I just couldn't. I was like, this ain't even the type of nigga I talk to. Like, how did I even get into this place?
He must have some good benefits.
That's the thing. He have that.
Can't
That's
get
all.
true.
Hey, look, I should hit him with defined benefits. Like, where we going?
He didn't even have that.
Oh, well,
Not
Right.
even defined benefits. But the thing is,
You need to report his ass.
I was just like, y'all, it was a situation. I feel like that was as I call it, my stroke period, the stupid period in my life.
We all have them.
Yeah, and that was just a stupid phase in my life, and I'm like, shit. Now when my real husband gonna show up? Because this nigga here, I'm ready to kill. Like it was to that point. But I just suggest that anybody, marriage is very serious, and if you are thinking about getting married, if you unsure about it, y'all just pray about it. Go seek counseling before you get married. I'm all for the
I'm
counseling.
glad you said that.
Go seek counseling before you get married. Whatever it takes.
Join a church.
Join a church.
Yeah.
Make sure you are ready to say I do, because that is serious. Them vows are serious. I tried to take mine serious, but I couldn't even take that shit serious. Like I don't even remember that day.
There's only so much alcohol you can drink
Right.
after to get you through.
Right.
It
Right.
ain't even that. Like something I saw that would happen is, and this is just something that everybody go through, and I'm sure marriage is no exception. Financial stress.
Oh yeah.
Like I've seen financial stress cause a chain of events.
Yeah.
And another reason I feel like counseling is mandatory is because you got to learn how to de-escalate. Because being a black man in a tense situation, given the world we in right now, I hate to say it, given America we in, all it takes is the policeman call one time and seeing an aggressive black man.
Yep.
And now we got a whole different circumstance. So I really feel like if you're considering getting married to a candidate, you need to see y'all dynamic first.
Yeah.
Like, how do y'all handle stress under these different circumstances? And then go outside the box. Never really think that, okay, this would never happen to us. Because shit happens. Like, people make mistakes. Curveballs come. But,
All kind of shit happen. People cheat.
bruh, and I'm going to be real. So you need to know, okay, how can I communicate with my spouse under this circumstance? Is she receptive to my words? When she's mad at me, does she throw shit? When she throws shit, do I get mad? Yeah. Do I need to leave? Do I need to...
Can I be pushed? Can all my buttons be pushed to the limit? Can I be pushed to a point where I put my
they
hands
gonna
on
get
you?
pushed.
I was about to say, fuck that. Is she
I
a
put my
pusher?
ex-husband
Because I've
through a
seen that
wall.
before.
Shit.
That whole finger thing, pushing the forehead. Oh, man. I've seen people snap.
I feel like if you're going to put your hands, don't put your hands on nobody unless you want them to put their hands on you. Nobody.
Exactly.
I don't care who.
Point blank, period.
Keep your hands to yourself.
Yeah, I really, and to the people that's like, I don't have a temper. If you listening and saying you don't have a temper, I'm praying you really go see a counselor, because you're the main ones I've seen snap. Because what happens is you don't have a temper for so long, and then that one straw, next thing you know, you killed everybody in the house. Shit, it just happened here not long ago. Somebody shot the whole family. Like it was, guy got divorced, shot the kids and his wife.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, it was just on the news.
I did hear about that.
Shit.
Yeah, like, man, listen, seek counseling before and after. Fuck it, you ain't even gotta do family counseling. Do counseling for yourself. Know you.
Move on.
That's true. Yeah, like, don't be afraid to leave, man.
Lately, because we've been seeing a lot of that lately, with the guys killing the girls because the girls don't want to be with them or whatever. They moved on. You see so much of that now, especially with these younger kids. I'm like, damn, all she wants to do is leave, and you go and kill her? Is it that serious?
She did something.
The power of the
and
she
that
did something else to him.
It's
Jesus.
part of that too is we ain't really trained how to deal with emotions as men. Like when we cry, we taught to suck it up, not really told how to cope with stuff. And so when you got all that shit bottled in, someone you genuinely in love with, and then she may cheat on you or something, that's anger, regret. You seeking vengeance for a whole bunch of emotions you ain't even taught how to deal with. So now you got a pistol in your hand finna do something stupid because you ain't even thinking.
No pistol. I'm going for one of her friends.
Well, that too.
I'm getting back.
Well, hey,
I'm
I'm not going to say anything.
Oh Oh,
That was then. That was back. That
They go, she cheating her friends new guy. Shit.
So you going in with the
Yeah,
friends?
I'm going there with a friend. Balance this on that.
Well,
Everybody in for it. Okay.
and this is why we use aliases, people, right here. This is the reason why.
Oh, hey.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. A lot of times, you don't have to hide who you are, and that's another thing about being in relationships. I feel like you don't have to hide. I'm not hiding who I am or things that I've done, but you don't have to. You just be yourself. Why in a relationship you feel like you gotta hide something, or why do people feel like they have to hide things?
Because it's the front, man. Like, everybody always put that best foot forward look, but
You get what you get.
I'm just being honest. Like, that first week and a half, 2 weeks, maybe even month, I'm not going to say that's not you. I'm just saying, like, that's that first report card you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, when school first
show
started,
up.
you going hard.
Going
Like, you
hard.
doing everything. You doing all your homework.
The first day
You
of
ain't
school
never
at
been
LaFleur High
late.
School.
You ironing every day. All that shit. But as time went on,
Every day at LaFleur.
you
Third
go,
quarter hit.
bruh. Progress report hit. Shit.
Damn, man,
But-
make your makeup.
Look, for real. Bruh. And makeup is the devil now, bruh. Like, you mess around and catch her third quarter, she ain't even the same person. You ain't light skinned? Like,
That look good.
for real.
Weeds
Bruh.
coming out.
Bruh. The makeup videos scare me to death, bruh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
Do they really?
Yeah, because the fact that you could take this, put makeup on it, and then it look like a human being or some shit like that. Like that.
But that's
It's-
why I like.
I want to know what I got.
It's
I don't want no,
Carry them baby wipes with you.
bruh.
He said,
Smell that shit. For real.
Swimming on the first date.
Nope, can't even do that because they got all.
They got
waterproof
lashes
makeup.
on. They ain't
All
going
that-
swimming on the first day. That's a wrap.
Shit.
They hair gonna be done. They ain't going swimming.
Hold an umbrella on the rain today. Break it.
Like, damn, where I go?
Shit. Wind took it on my hand.
Oh my
In the
God,
middle of
y'all
the park, so
hell.
you don't get that. And them tree.
Y'all are hell, man. Y'all hell. They trying to be pretty for y'all on the first date.
Nah,
I
we want to see
understand,
that.
but I gotta
After.
see you. Like Drake said it best, real shit. What he said, hair tied. What he said, sweatpants, hair tied, chilling with no makeup on. That's when you prettiest. I hope you don't take it wrong. That's the realest shit I ever heard. I love to see my girl dressed down.
I mean,
Like,
I
in
got
a
this
natural
friend,
element.
and we talk via FaceTime or whatever. But when he called, I ain't trying to get up out my bed to go make sure my hair done. My hair's still gonna be tied up, and I don't have no makeup on, and I'm still gonna be in my bed.
But that's just you.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm
you one
not.
of a kind.
Yeah, I am not
Man.
doing all that shit. I ain't wearing makeup every day. My mama called me the other day, telling me, "You need to put some makeup on." For what? I ain't gonna wear them at home. And even if I'm just running to the store, I know women who just go to the store. They gonna put makeup on before they go to the store.
That's your girl.
That ain't me.
No, they had just unlocked their phone. They had to put that makeup back on.
I'm not doing that. But if I'm going out, you know, I do like makeup. Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna wear my makeup if I feel like wearing my makeup, and if I don't feel like it, I'm not gonna wear it. I'm gonna wear my hair tied up if I feel like it. I'm gonna wear it straight
Man,
if I
there's
don't.
a truth. This happened not long ago. Me and my kids seen this later. We know. She was standing there talking to us. I'm looking, who the fuck is this? Until I caught her voice. I was like, damn, I didn't know who the hell it was.
She ain't had no makeup
Man,
on.
she ain't had no makeup on.
Oh my god.
That's
Makeup
drastic.
is the
But
devil.
if you look that much different when you have on makeup, that's too much.
Some women overdo it. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
some
too
women
much.
do.
If you put on too much, I mean, if you
That's-
put on that much makeup,
It's got
Look,
to
eyeshadow,
accentuate.
lip gloss.
Yeah, man. Like,
It's okay to enhance your features. but
yeah, like it's supposed to accentuate your natural beauty,
Be a Maybelline
not create
model,
a whole
you know?
nigga.
that's like them damn lashes. They be looking like tracks on their
Bruh,
eyes.
bat
I
wings.
hate,
I hate that
I
shit.
hate them
That's
damn
a bat
lashes.
If I can hear your ass blink, you don't need to turn that Damn.
Bruh.
Oh my
Hey,
god, I
I'ma
hate
tell you some
eyelashes.
shit.
I got long
Don't
lashes
fuck up
myself.
and wake up and find one of them hoes in the bed, bruh. Get out.
Damn
Peace out.
caterpillar.
Bruh, I'm trying to tell you.
Caterpillar is good.
That, bruh.
But these ladies, they do it because they think that is what's gonna attract a man. They think that that's what men like. Men are fascinated by women with big boobs, big butts, and lashes. Not lashes, makeup for whatever reason. Pretty girls and long hair, long weave. So the girls go buy the long weave, go get these butt enhancements and these breast enhancements, and that's what they think y'all want.
Well, we like big butts and all that, but
Cause that makeup, we don't give a damn about the makeup.
Yeah.
The big butts and the big breasts we'll take.
Yeah.
But that's
you
what
could be a thick frog and we'll holler. Shit, we gonna kill.
He said you could be a thick
We gonna really kill.
can't
Real
even
about the look.
So if they ugly and they got big butts and big breasts,
I
y'all
We
still
can work with
Yeah,
it.
we can work with
you
that.
can still work with
Cause
it.
you got features, yeah. But you can't.
I've even said she ugly, but she got ass.
Yeah.
I've said that. I've said
Shit, to
that.
keep the
I said that recently.
I mean, you ain't got nothing. Now. I mean, you need to put some makeup on.
Yeah.
If you ain't got no butts, no ass, you just need to make sure you wear makeup.
Just a little bit, not too much. You know,
You walk past the mirror
I
and say,
still
"Damn."
want
You put on
Say
some
your
makeup.
damn self,
You
man.
scare yourself, you can put on some
I
makeup.
worse than meeting a woman. She got makeup on everything. You be like, bitch, when I'm gonna see you?
For real.
Damn, makeup.
Let me see your middle school, high school yearbook.
For
See
real.
what you look like.
So what if you see that middle school, high school yearbook and she's not the girl that you see right now? Like she's had the enhancements done, her face look different, everything looks different.
Change the number.
You not talking to her no more? You
Probably
done?
not. I don't know what other enhancements you had.
Right. 'Cause I'm telling you, I think y'all have it worse than women do, to be honest with you, because now you have so many trans, no offense to the trans, but you have so many trans males that they really look like women. They are enhanced.
That's why I'm glad I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Because nowadays you gotta get 2 proofs of purchase. I want to see you pregnant or something. You're like,
Yeah.
what's your mama number? I want to see what was on her birth certificate.
But I watched
see
the
baby
show the
pictures.
other day
Yeah.
that it was 2 trans. It was a transgender female and a transgender male. They were married, and right. So what was their my whole thing is, what's your purpose for doing that? Because the girl, who was now the boy, was pregnant and had their baby. Was that the male got the female pregnant and they had a baby and all of that together? And I'm like, well, what was the purpose of y'all switching roles?
They lost.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That was just crazy.
But I feel like y'all really do have it worse than this, because I look at some of these men, I be like, damn, you are beautiful.
There's something out there.
You know,
I
and
see
they are
him every
really
day.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, with your line of work. Yeah, I
Yeah,
know
I
you
see
do.
him every day.
I know you do.
They are.
You kind of figure it out when they tripping some heels a couple times.
And some of them, when they start talking, you can figure it out when they start
It ain't
talking.
even that. I've heard a couple
It's
talk.
hard to even look at that now, though, because some of them get it shaved
Yeah,
down.
you can get it trimmed.
Yeah.
We in trouble.
Yeah.
I'm good. I just stay in the house. No work go on.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell these days. Like with the females, the difference with us is we can tell the difference. Well, at least I know I be looking, because I'm looking for the breastbone. The features are not changing. You know, for the ones that want to be males, the features aren't really changing. You cut your hair low, you might gain some weight, you might be buff, but everything else is still the same. Like your structure is still the same.
She said
But
you're just a curvy nigga.
Yeah, you just a curvy nigga. But as far as, females,
That's
it's
not making
different
me
for
laugh,
y'all,
I'm
man.
sorry.
The enhancements, I was like, damn. They be, yeah, it is crazy, but y'all got a little bit worse than we do. Well, you don't, because you out the
sure
market.
Yeah. You out of there.
You out the
He on
market.
the bench.
Galaxy versus Jeffy.
For real.
Shot records.
Yeah, let me
proofs
see
of
all
purchase.
that.
Yep.
Man,
Who your mama and them is?
for real. I'm trying to see your
me go
elementary school.
I'm going to Family Cookout, see what they call you.
Exactly. For real.
Come here, Daquan.
It's Deja.
Daquanisha. That's my name.
So now with that, and I'm glad we cleared like a huge chunk of my itinerary off that alone. I'm gonna say compatibility. Like that was something I wanted to talk more in depth with. Like, what were some of the things y'all looked into as far as when you was dating someone? Like to see, like, you know, what made this person stand out for a candidate of marriage, or even dating, if you want to take it further than that. Because mine gonna be different than y'all, of course. So I just want to know what y'all was. I'll start off. Like, mine is, of course, like the fire conversation got to start.
Yeah.
Like, you got to draw me in. You got to say some shit that have me thinking afterwards.
Yeah.
I let them know off rip, like, are they able to keep it, like, I would say keep it 100 with me at all costs. And a lot of people say that shit but don't mean it.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm going to tell you what it is with me. Like, who I am, I ain't going to sugarcoat none of it.
Yeah.
And if I see you reciprocate that, that'll make me, like, kind of move you to step 2. Like, okay, you know, I put all my feelings out there as far as what, you know, I done gone through, what I'm doing, what my goals are. You did the same. And we just talking. That lets me know to move forward with you. Like, what did y'all find attractive to, like, move forward with?
At the time, my wife was a model.
Word?
So, she was fine, I don't know what. Then that was my drinking partner. I don't drink no more. But, you know what I'm saying? So, she put it down with me. So,
Hey, that time
we
spent
pretty
something else.
good, though.
That time spent is, and yeah, we talked about that too. The love languages.
Yeah, the 5 love languages.
Yeah.
Have y'all ever taken that test?
Mm-mm.
You should do that with your wife.
Man,
I
I'm
probably
telling-
did, just don't remember.
You should, if you haven't, it's online and it takes about 5 minutes to do. Definitely do that. Even do it. You should do it too.
I think I did it before, I just don't remember.
Yeah, because that is really.
It tell you a lot about yourself, to be completely real with you, because it's gonna ask you a bunch of difficult questions to answer. Like, and I ain't talking about like invasive stuff. It's gonna ask how you react to different situations. It's gonna pose a scenario, and what would your outcome be? What would you be your ideal situation? Like, let me give you an example. Might be like you're having a stressful day. Would you rather have somebody buy you a gift to make you think they were thinking about you, or have you work on a project that you find difficult? Like, stuff like that. Like what do you find as helpful and meaningful to you? And it is, of course, no wrong answers. And when y'all do it, you're gonna feel like, well, I should say this, but this is what I feel like. Just answer it truthfully. Like, just because I found out, like, I thought quality time was like the number one thing for me. It's not. That was like on the bottom of the list, believe it or not. Like, personal touch and quality time, nope. It was like words of affirmation, like somebody telling me that they believe in what I'm doing, acts of service, like helping me out do stuff. Like, those were the top, I think they were tied, the top things that my survey found out about me. But yeah, like, I feel like there should be more situations like that. Like, retreats is something that make you do that, because if you find out, like, your communication type and what you react to, I feel like that can put you in the right direction, or at least weed out some bullshit that might happen in the future.
There are retreats, but the retreats, you know, people don't want to go to the retreat. I don't like boring retreats. I like stuff where I can have fun. You know, I don't want to sit up and talk all day, but I do want to do some activities, you know.
Yeah.
I know there's going to be times when you have to have conversation, but I just want to go have fun. I feel like retreats is just that. You know, you want to retreat away from everything else.
Shit, I just go fishing.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
I like fishing too.
My wife knows she woke up and didn't see me.
You was going
I'm
fishing.
gone. We mad.
That's a good
Hey.
thing. That's
And that's important too, to have that away time too. That,
Oh yeah.
Do you get that, like, time? Do you and your wife get time just to be apart? Y'all don't.
Hell no.
Kids
I
are
got kids, so
ain't no break.
yeah, ain't no break. My only break from my family is when I'm at work. So I use work to get away from my family. And then when I'm at home, I'm daddy and I'm husband. And the only way I get away from all that shit is go in the bathroom and take a 2-hour showers.
That don't work.
No, because they beat on the door the whole time.
So what are the age ranges of your kids? Just the oldest and the youngest, and then you don't have to get it in between.
1, 3.
One, you got a new one.
Yeah, I just bust this nut. 1, 3.
Shout out to everybody who pull out their trash.
And I got 2 teenagers. So,
1, 3,
One
and
and 2
teenagers?
Shit.
yeah.
That's a woo.
I started all the way over. So
Yeah.
That's the scary part for me.
He hit the reset button.
That is like so
yeah.
scary for me. Like if I meet him,
well, my wife didn't have kids, so she wanted kids.
Oh, okay.
So the last 2 are with your wife.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh, all right.
I got you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay,
that makes
okay.
sense. See, that's my thing though. I'm praying for a man that already have kids, cause my son is almost 17. I do not want to start over. Like I need him to come with kids and not want kids.
Well,
Get a dog.
You might get lucky.
yeah, I'm about to say you got to realize you're limiting yourself by saying that though.
I mean, if he come, I'll compromise.
But you got to realize there's energy in the tongue, and you speak things to life. And when you put like filters on stuff,
That's true. Because I said the same thing. And
yeah,
then
you don't put a filter
I
on a
compromised.
person.
And after
Yeah.
having my first daughter, I was like, okay, I can do this shit for another 20 years.
Real talk, because you never know.
And then she fucked around and said, I want a boy. I'm like, what the fuck did I just do?
So did y'all have a boy the second time?
No, we got another girl.
Uh-oh.
Got him.
You gotta get that boy.
No, I ain't. Shit.
She want a boy.
I
It's
ain't
been
even got
looked up.
nuts no more. I went to the doctor right after that.
Took care of that.
Snip.
All back. Nothing but a bat down there, dude. Shit.
Empty.
Having no kids.
Blank man.
Hey,
Hey, I don't blame you. I don't blame
Oh
you.
man. I mean, well, I get that. I do, but
yeah,
I mean, I feel like I'm almost 40. My son is almost 17.
That don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. I get where you coming from, but if you happy, that ain't gonna mean nothing.
that's true. It depends on the man you meet. So.
Yeah, don't limit yourself.
Yeah.
Don't even
Your
speak
whole
that
mind
no
will
more.
change if you meet the right man.
Cause think about it like this: the person
Seriously,
you
your
are,
mindset now, but once you meet him, like
exactly the person you are right now,
it'll change.
and then the person you'll be when you meet that person and get with them could be 2 totally different people.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
Stella got a groove, but
I'm trying to tell you.
Stella trying to get
And
her
she could,
groove.
Stella could get it still to this day.
Stella
she's
trying to
still
get her
fine.
groove.
Shit.
Okay. All right, we gonna move on from that subject because
Let me come
Something to sleep on.
I'll
Right
come to
now.
the
Yeah.
baby shower. I'll come to the baby shower.
For real.
you gonna DJ?
Yeah.
I got my own personal DJ for my baby shower. And then that's a whole nother thing. These baby showers and shit be so elaborate. Like I want my shit in the backyard.
Bruh,
I need my shit like the old school. You had them sandwiches on the finger sandwiches on the table.
My cousin has second line.
I saw
DJ.
it was beautiful though.
Baby
That was
showers,
beautiful.
because they ain't nothing but a bunch of women just sitting there looking at each
It's,
other.
it's not no more.
There's a party.
No.
Yeah,
it's
not no
strange.
more.
It's totally different.
Please,
It's different.
I'm praying this one I'm about to go to be the most lit one, because I'm
They
not
have
gonna go
games,
on
they do
now.
all kinds
All
of
kind
stuff.
of yeah, them
Please.
games.
The guys and the girls had
Oh,
fun.
man.
It's like my baby shower when I had my son, which was 17 years ago, was co-ed. But it was outside at my mom's house. These baby showers now be in event halls.
Oh, yeah.
They have
They go all that.
wedding cake.
I had no damn baby shower. It was me working buying everything. Nobody bringing nothing.
No, that shit right.
Shit, I had to stack up on paper when the storm came.
Okay.
That been stacked like a brick wall, like a plan. It wasn't no baby shower.
I mean, I'm just saying, nowadays, I'm like, shit. They baby showers be bigger than they weddings.
Did I? Yeah, you right.
A lot of them being got married at the courthouse or whatever, but they baby showers be lit.
Yep.
Man, I hope that's the case.
It is gonna be
Still,
the
I
case.
still ain't having no more. What the hell? You can have it at the convention center.
Oh, you done.
I'm done.
I think the shit I'm most afraid of when it comes to kids is not even that, like, them going on dates and like prom and shit. I'm not gonna be able to handle that well.
I be excited
Yeah.
about that shit. Yeah.
You can have
And you got 2
Yeah.
girls, right?
Yeah.
So
See.
I got 2 stepboys too, but they older.
yeah. So
Uh,
You gotta put the fear in.
yeah, that's the part I'm looking forward to, but I just that's the, like I'm thinking about my nieces and stuff, and I'm like, my nieces, man, like they went to a what they having dances and shit now. And I'm like, damn, y'all just went to a dance looking like grown women. I ain't with that shit, but yeah,
I don't play that.
Like,
You
man,
gonna dress your age.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that. Because these little girls nowadays, they be looking like grown
Bass and
ass
shit, yeah.
women.
Yeah.
Grown ass. And then you be wondering why these men are attracted to them, but they look like they damn 35 and they 16.
Nah. They can still tell.
They can tell.
Yeah, they
the
can-
men
no,
can
we
tell.
ain't- we ain't
The
gonna-
men can tell, but I'm just saying.
But they don't care.
Yeah, and you are still giving them a reason to look at them
Yeah.
for dressing them like they 35.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I just feel like little girls should be little girls. Little
Yep.
teenagers should be teenagers.
That's why I have a.
That's why I got a
Not
boy.
throwing
Thank you,
shade,
Jesus.
but motherfuckers can take this for shade if they want. That's why I'm not with them little makeup videos that these little girls be doing.
No.
Be doing their whole face and shit. And
Yeah.
people be celebrating that shit. I'll be like,
No.
I've been wearing makeup since
You
I was a little
14.
girl.
you 14, lip gloss is about all you need right now. You 14.
Nail polish.
Yeah. From
I'm
the
kinda
dollar
partial
store.
against that.
With glitter in it.
I guess because I've been wearing makeup since I was a little girl, but I wore makeup because I danced.
That's
Yeah,
different.
So,
My
you know,
girl
That's
did too.
totally
yeah,
different.
I danced, so I wore makeup then. But I mean, to me, it's a time and a place.
Exactly.
You know, my
Nice
nieces that live in Georgia, they're cheerleaders.
That's,
And they wear tons of makeup on their face.
that's occupational.
But
Yeah.
I
you
understand
know,
that.
that's a different story. But I agree.
You
but
just going out.
lipstick,
Going to
Yeah.
Yeah.
going to the mall, you got a full face.
I did that when I was
Brows.
16.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, them eyebrows, them drawn on eyebrows.
A lot of 13-year-olds out there, but
Oh, yeah.
Did you say 13?
13-year-olds.
I like that one, 13s. So, moving on to the next thing, I did think about. Let me go to the sex topic real quick
Shit, bro. I've been waiting.
because I read something that said the goal of sex is to have a connection. What do y'all think about that?
Man, don't care about no damn connection.
That was my thought.
Who said that?
When our
So-
balls drain.
They
Get off
full
right
drain
now.
'em.
Shit, what's the last shit you can do tonight, baby? All we care about.
That was my thought because I was like, nobody's really thinking about a connection when they're having sex,
Yeah,
unless
we're
you're
connecting.
in a relationship. And most females now, there is going to be a connection with the female because she's going to get some type of emotional attachment.
Let me be real with you. We are capable of fucking without some sort of attachment, but we do a little bit. Especially, let's say,
We get attached, but we ain't gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, like remember, y'all. When I say y'all, I'm
you
saying
gonna find
parents
out
and
till you with another
Y'all
nigga.
teach us not to show it. So
We ready to fight out there.
yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to. That's exactly what
Well,
I'm
you
going
ain't
to.
want me. He wanted me.
Like,
That be the killer.
let's say woman in the office, I smash, right? Of course I'm telling my niggas I fuck. Now let's say them try to follow up behind me. I'm gonna feel shame. I'm like, motherfucker, I just told you I fucked that one. You know, I might say some slick shit to him, but you ain't gonna find out about it because that's like showing weakness. You see what I'm saying? Like, if that's showing that I was attached to you in some kind of way when I told them
Had a
that I was just
connection.
fucking. Exactly.
So the goal may not be, that may not
It's a
be the
byproduct.
goal, but that's what eventually happens.
Yeah, it happens.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, we'll tell you. We'll tell you we just fucking with you and that's just that. But yeah, we connect to you. It's not intentional, but we'll
Whereas
feel a
women
certain
show
way.
their emotions. They're
Yeah,
gonna
y'all
wear
put it on
their
Front Street.
emotions.
We ain't gonna say it.
Yeah. They're gonna wear their emotions. I got to a point where, I was like, I'm not wearing my emotions. I don't give a fuck about this
I've been lost
situation. Yeah. Emotions are like, it's draining. It becomes draining, and the sad part about it is when I try not to do that because I am now dating with a purpose. So I'm dating to find a mate, but I try not to do that because when you get to that point, you like, fuck all these niggas. I don't care. I'm not having sex with all of y'all, but fuck fuck that. I don't want to be attached to nobody because you've been burned so much.
I ain't gonna lie. Like, having sex with somebody and then finding out a flaw with them that I ain't really like kind of gives me incentive not to fuck with them no more. Because, like, I already got what I really wanted. Because when I see somebody attractive, I'm like, I love the fuck though. You know, then I get to know her. Still that curiosity, but now that I done had you, it's like.
So would you be in a relationship with somebody that had sex with you off the top? Or somebody that made you wait?
That can go both ways.
Really, yeah, you can't base that conversation off that.
Ways.
You can't.
So what do you mean it can go both ways? Explain that.
Because you can have sex with somebody right off the top and still get to know them. And niggas gonna lie and say they don't care, but they care. Mm-hmm. They just not gonna show you. Mm-hmm. And then you can sit up and wait on the female, and then you finally have sex with them, and they start showing their true colors, or you show your true colors, and shit just goes left.
Yeah.
So it can go either way.
Yeah. Yep. Because sex is gonna bring on a totally different emotion.
Yeah, you get comfortable
Yeah.
having sex like that, and that I can tell the truth on. Like after you see somebody naked and you've been in them, it's like, fuck it, what?
Sex brings on a different emotion.
Yeah.
Brings on a totally different emotion. I met a guy that was like, he thinks that if a woman has sex, initially she's a hoe.
He's still a virgin, huh?
Yeah.
He's still a virgin.
Yeah, he got
That sound like you don't get that.
40-year-old virgin.
Jacking out to the news or something.
Yeah, look at this.
So let me ask y'all this question, because I had this question come up too from this guy. He was like, so how many people have you slept with? Now, I'm not giving you my body count. And I'm not going to ask you for yours.
Man, nobody should ever ask or answer
That's
that
the weakest
question.
thing ever.
Yeah,
Yep.
I'm not going to ask you for a body count, and I'm not going to give you my body count.
That's an
none of
insecure
your
person
business.
question.
And not only that, you're going to throw that shit in my face later on.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
gonna
different.
change the dynamic of the relationship regardless of your answer.
I'm not asking you.
Don't. That's a trap.
You could be in slept with 500 women. What your AIDS test look like?
Yeah.
You know, what them STDs
For
look
real.
like? You clear? You in the clear? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm good.
No.
But I mean, I don't think men or women should ask anybody for their body count.
Mm-mm.
Have y'all ever asked?
Yeah, I did. I was young enough. Yep, I asked.
I didn't ask. I mean, a real man don't care.
Yeah.
He just trying to get to know you.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they really don't care.
That's what I
I was stupid. I asked.
It's mine now.
Got my
Who
mind
had it?
fucked up.
Right.
I would tell them was stupid long anyway.
That's what I did, and then still was
Remember
exceeded.
76.
76.5.
Yeah. You gonna be 77.
You know that .5.
Stop asking me. Stop asking that.
Yeah, I think that's a dumb question. Okay, so
If I may go to that though,
go ahead.
more than often than not, I'm approached with that question by women though.
What's your body count?
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of women are gonna ask, and they
I
feel
don't
like,
see the point
but
in
they're
that.
never gonna give you their body count. That's the stupid
Yeah,
shit.
that's
though.
Everybody can ask me if they house clean.
Bruh.
That's what you want to know.
Bruh.
You gotta do that.
Every-
Look inside their car.
Every
man.
twerk
yeah,
video
yeah.
ever
See
has
if they
been
clean.
behind a dirty room, bruh. Every twerk video ever.
Yeah,
That's what I'm talking about.
but I think that's
And you know
dumb.
they count then.
They won't give you their count.
It's high.
They won't give you their count. So we were talking about I think I posted this. That's what I was looking for. Actually, I posted it in the relationship group or in our group about the anal beads and the anal sex.
I did not
Do
see
y'all
that.
listen to those podcasts that I put on there? Shout
I
out to
listen to
Horrible
it.
Decisions. That's
I
a
ain't
great
heard that one.
podcast to listen to. Horrible Decisions.
No, I'm talking about the one with the anal beads. I ain't heard that episode.
Yeah, let me go and shout them out because that's a great podcast. My little brother put me on to it. And I've been listening to them ever since, and they are really, it get really, really graphic. But
Imagine.
a lot of
I listen to a little bit of it.
yeah,
It's a little rough.
it is. They talk now. Some of the topics y'all ain't gonna want to listen to that they have on there because they talk to everybody, and these are young girls, but they talk to all types, all genders, the all communities, whatever. They have it on the show. But some of her one of her podcasts, they were talking about anal sex and how a lot of people aren't into anal sex. I remember growing up just listening to people talk about it, but it was mostly white people. you know, talking about anal sex. It wasn't in the black community. Now it's more so in the black community. Like, I listened to one of the show the other day, and the young lady that they had on, she said that's what she prefers. She prefers anal sex over vaginal sex.
What?
Yeah.
I ain't never heard of that one.
I ain't never heard of that either, because my thing is with that whole anal sex issue, look, dude.
I'm saying, how can you just have a conversation? I don't know you don't walk up and tell you what I'm doing in the room. That's pretty much what it is.
Yeah.
Why? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that's
like...
what you supposed to handle behind closed doors.
Just continue to tell me wrong hole, goddamn it. I ain't
I think I posted that too, the wrong hole.
Yeah, stay with that one.
But is that something that you guys talk about in the as far as guys? Do y'all talk about
Hell
anal
no.
sex?
Hell no.
If we talk about it, it's in
Must be a young
disapproval
generation.
of it. Like, me and my boys crack a joke at each other.
Yeah.
So we be like, you look like one of them niggas try to fuck a girl in the ass. Like something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Like something stupid. But like, nah, I ain't no.
But is it because that's what the gay guys do? Is that the reason why?
To be honest, that's the way we look at it. Be real with you. Like, if you got a girl and you just want to have sex with her in her ass, what separates you from somebody who's gay? That's the way we look at it. Hate to say it that way. I know it's completely wrong. I know it sounds homophobic. You ask me a question, I'm answering.
Yeah.
But that's what it is. We look at it like, you got a girl who has a vagina, but you fucking her in the ass. Why do you have a girl?
I mean, I've heard both sides of that, but I just thought that was interesting, because there are a lot of females who like
it.
Anal sex,
Yeah.
and there are a lot of males who like it but will never admit to it.
I know a couple of dudes who do it, you know, and it's the only reason I know they do it is because we had conversations one-on-one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, I was getting my girl head accidentally slipped up to lick the ass, and then he's like, man, I feel bad. First off, hold on, pause. Don't act like y'all ain't never did that shit before. Don't act like y'all never did that shit before. Not act like y'all never did that shit before.
That's not the penetration. That's the licking.
You know, and then like my partner was like, well, you know, I stuck my dick in, you know, I fucked her from behind like that, and I'm like, behind or behind? He was like, I fucked in the ass. I'm like, wow. Well, you know, dirty dick.
That's what you like.
But at the end of the day, if like you said, if that's what y'all going for, that's what y'all going for. Like, I can't tell y'all what's nasty or not. Cause some niggas eat ass and talk regularly about it, and I'm opposed to that.
Yes. Well, all right. Let's move on to the next topic.
You had corn.
Bruh, I just can't. I don't understand it, bruh. Fuck it. I'm gonna say it. I just don't get
You
it.
had corn.
If you, like, no one. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Do not digest.
People be like,
Don't break down.
people be like, you know, well, pussy bleed. Well, that's fine. Like, I done sucked on my own blood when I got a cut. I'll deal with that. But that's a whole ass, bruh. Like, waste, like, comes out. I just can't, bruh. To this day, I won't even be in the house if it's cooking.
Hold on, wait for discriminate.
Bruh, that's the same as eating ass, bruh. That's the way I see it.
Chitterlings.
For real. You open that bucket and you know what's going on.
Whole house lit.
Chitterlings
For
are
real.
disgusting.
I've been eating
That's
ass for a long time.
You have.
Tell us some goddamn chillin'.
You've been eating ass for a long time, my brother. Long time. Well, okay. So, no ass eating, no anal sex. So, have y'all heard of what bussy is?
I thought you said Boosie.
No.
No.
Bussy.
No.
What's that, boy pussy or something?
Boy pussy?
Oh, yeah, I heard
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's we know what it is.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's why I asked the
I
anal
don't know
question.
nothing about
That's why I asked the anal question, because that's what they
I
were
heard
talking
it before.
about. Yeah.
It's a whole music video on that shit now.
I done seen all that dumb shit. I don't
Mm-hmm.
What's the next topic?
We don't want to talk about that
For real.
You gotta catch some dudes down the street. They'll talk all day about that.
I'm trying
no more. We
to
want to
tell
talk
you.
about that no more? Okay. Well, we ain't going to talk about the anal, but there are guys that don't admit that they do anal or even ask for it.
There's a lot of dudes do it.
Yeah. They don't admit. They ain't gonna admit that though.
I mean, I ain't gonna look at you if that's what you do. I ain't gonna look at you like, yeah. I ain't even finna tell that lie. I was finna say I ain't gonna look at you different. I am, but it's not like, I don't know. I can't put that shit in words, man. That shit just, I don't get it. Maybe it ain't for me to get. I don't understand it. I don't understand that shit.
So do you think? Okay, so. I hear this often too. I'm a Christian. I don't talk about sex.
Oh, I ain't got shit.
Yeah, I hear this so often, y'all. Y'all would not believe
fucking in the
how much
Get out of here.
I
Freakiest
hear
one.
this.
Lord.
Yes, they're the worst ones.
All the hoes at church. All of them.
Male and female.
Yeah, all of them at church.
But I hear that so often. Do you when you hear that from them? What's your initial reaction to that?
Fuck out of here.
They want a missionary style.
Because my thing is, so what are you doing? Are you trying to pick me for information?
Yep.
It's like I catch flack really about the questions that I post on Facebook. I catch a lot of flack about that, whether it's good or bad.
So is your Facebook?
Yeah, I don't care. I don't care anything about
See,
it.
we don't care.
Yeah.
Poker, we don't
I catch
post.
flack too. Shit, who gives a fuck?
Yeah, I don't care nothing about
Don't
that.
question me.
But
In case you're wondering,
most times
our
it's
Facebook page
the
is
church folk.
lit.
Yeah.
Stay lit.
Huh.
I was just saying, in case you're wondering, talking to the people listening, our Facebook page, stay lit.
Yeah. All of them.
Not safe for
Not
work.
the secret group that's a whole different group.
Oh my God.
Like the stuff that I post in there, only reason I don't post that on my personal page is because there are some younger people
Yeah.
on my page. So that's why I started that group. But the questions, I don't mind asking the questions because those are questions I talk to my son about.
Mm-hmm.
You know, those are things that I have that conversation with him because he is 16 and those things are going on with teenagers. We do have those conversations openly, but and I think all teenagers need to have, you know, some sort of sex conversation with their parent. Not no damn birds and bees conversation, but the real deal sex conversation.
I agree.
Because
Yeah.
now it's so much shit going on. Like I was just telling him before we got started, my ex-husband, his daughter was pregnant with twins at 11.
Dang.
You know, so I started having a sex conversation with my son. At that time, my son was 8.
Yeah.
So, you know, let me go on and tell you what happened here. So this is why this situation has occurred. You know, and this is because at 11 years old, being pregnant, I can't imagine it. Because at 11, I wasn't nobody sticking nothing in me at 11. I'm sorry. You might feel on me a little bit, but you ain't sticking nothing in me.
Damn. That's
Tell you how I scared my son. Look up a picture of blue waffle and show it to him.
Oh man,
Show him
why
that
did you
blue
bring it
waffle.
up?
I
Bruh.
guarantee you they'll be in their 20s before they think about it.
Bruh,
I'm telling you, I showed it to them.
I
They like,
still remember that picture. Bruh. That is the most disgusting thing I've ever seen in my life.
He said
yes.
blue waffle.
Blue
Yes.
Show him that blue waffle.
Ew.
There's a blue waffle.
Man, it's a
God damn.
yeah,
They get a
it's
little
a
worse some of the
STD
picture.
nickname.
It's like a super STD. You see the female?
Ew.
Yeah,
It's like something found in the dumpster.
bruh, the bottom.
Oh my god.
Just show them them pictures. That's how I did my church.
You know
I
what?
showed my son the STD book, but I didn't see that.
I show them that.
I remember when we went to when I went to
let me
A&M,
hold that.
the first day they
Bookmark
gave us a
that page.
slideshow full of just STD pictures. Like the very first day, like,
At A&M? In
Like-
orientation?
yes ma'am.
Damn, show us. Damn.
Oh, they must have stopped that shit because that was day one.
No.
We had to
They
sit down
started
through
it.
full.
You know, I was there long before you.
Yeah, we walked in now. They sat us down. Like, oh, we're just gonna show you a couple of things. Welcome to AMU. This is syphilis. Like, oh,
Well, damn.
oh, yeah, this is leakage, and we like, oh.
Must have been going around.
So they'd be like, well, there's condoms over here. Like, you know, wrap it up. Remember why you're here.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but yeah, I do feel like, because if you don't have a conversation, the world is going to have that conversation, as y'all can see, and that's
what happens.
I don't feel like it's any age too early. Not only for the sake of the sex talk, but it's a lot of predators, man. Like,
man, I told my daughter's hand combat.
You better. Shit. You better.
They can't breathe, they can't see, they can't hurt you.
There you go.
Yep.
There you go. Teach them how to take their ass down.
Yep.
All right, so Jay, you had something else on yours?
No, pretty much hit everything I had talked about for that. The rest of it was like left field stuff. Like I went to and this is completely off dating. I went to 2 seminars today, just on finances. This just shit I want to work on. Just like, cause before I get married, I want to be straight. I want to be seeing what my niggas went through and what my parents went through and my uncles and stuff. Seeing how bills really caused those arguments and blow-ups. I want to make sure I'm in a position where I got resources coming in no matter what. So I feel like we've lost the idea of side hustling. Like, it's okay to have a job. I feel like we're taught to have a job, and I was taught to go to school. I really feel like we need to instill in people that having a trade is like important. Like, be good at doing something just in case your degree don't get you where you're supposed to be. Because I was never taught that. And that shit I had to learn. I'm 39 and had to learn that shit. That's inexcusable. Like, IRAs, 401ks, like all that shit. Had I known that then, what I know now, bruh, I'd be probably rolling around in Benz or something right now. Because, I don't know, like, why do you feel like we aren't having those conversations?
Do y'all have those conversations with your kids? I know your kids are, you have teenagers too, right?
I conversate with some on certain things, which my kids see me and they want to do stuff. Just the interaction around their dad or their mom, they want to be like their mom or their dad. They want to be what they see.
Yeah.
So basically, like me growing up, I wanted to be my granddad. My dad went shit, so I wanted to be like my granddad. So I learned a lot of trades. So in my mind, I wanted to get a lot of stuff on my belt. Like now, I cut grass. I cut hair. I fix cars. I install stereo equipment. I cut meat. I do all kinds. It's a lot of stuff I learned how to do because you never know. You know what I'm saying? When you need that trade to fall back on.
Yep.
So now, my teenage daughter, I teach them little bit by little bit, just like stuff like.
You have all girls?
Yeah, all girls.
Damn, both of y'all got
I had to teach them how to change a tire or if I'm fixing on the car. I show her small stuff. This is where this goes. And she wants to learn that type of stuff.
Yeah, she needs to know that.
Instead of, you know what I'm saying,
you know how
learning how to drive and wait until my mother break down, then call your daddy. Because I see a lot of kids do that. So it just depends on how they're raised and the environment they're in.
Yep.
I think that's good that you're teaching them that. I was just telling him I learned how to change a tire. My baby, it was my friend and I, we were traveling, our kids were very small. And we were in a rental car and the tire went flat on the interstate. So it was taking too long. It was getting dark. It was taking too long for the roadside assistance people to come. So this man pulled up on the side behind us in this old ass, I don't know what it was, long ass car. It looked like something that Ike Turner would have drove.
Oh, Lincoln.
And he had no arms. So I was terrified. And I'm like, we are not sitting on the side of this road with this man. I don't know what the hell, and these kids in this car with this man. I'm finna figure out how to change this tire. And that's how I learned how to change the tire. He coached us, although he wasn't a bad person, but I mean, we were females. It was two females on the side of the road. So we didn't know what this man was gonna do. But we was gonna take his ass out with no arms, but I'm just saying. But he that's how I learned how to change a tire. So I think that's very important that you teach your girls how to change a tire, how to check the oil in their cars, how to make sure they have water in their car. They need to know the basics so that if something like that does occur, they know what to do.
That's like my dad worked the hell out of me since I was a child. So people say I'm kind of rough on my girls, but it's just me. So I'm teaching them what I know.
Right.
Exactly.
I've
right.
had my children out there with me fixing fences.
Okay.
Y'all know my children DJ.
Yeah.
And when I tell my daughter, I say, hey,
That's dope.
They DJ
So-
here.
I teach them how they can do a garden, they know how to cut grass.
That's
They
good,
can cook.
man. Not only that,
They need
because
to know all of that.
like that goes into that independent part. Like
Yeah.
they don't have to go and look out for that because they know they're gonna cut the bullshit guys away because they're like, I already know how to do this.
Yep.
Like what do you bring to the table? I can do all that you're doing. Like they ain't gotta just take somebody for what they can do. They independent. That's raw. Like
They're
I
not
like
gonna settle
that.
for anything less.
Hell no.
And that's awesome because when you have that role model, my dad wasn't part of my life growing up. Me and my dad developed a relationship, I think, when I was 22. So I didn't look up to any of the men in my family because all of them were hoes. You know, they all had several different women. So I didn't look up to none of them. I was basically taught, shit, you can have as many people as you want in your life, is what I was taught. So I never, and I grew up with being raised by my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my mama. So, and then my aunt, they were all like significant people, but in my household was my great-grandmother, my grandmother, and my mama. So I was taught to be independent from a little girl, because I was the only female in the house. My brother got to do what the hell he wanted to do. When I partying, blah, 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 they kept me in. The minute I spread them wings, I was like, shit, I'm up out of here. Mm-hmm. I'm not staying around for y'all to be so hard on me, but y'all so lenient on this nigga right here. I'm not sticking around and see that shit. So I left and went to A&M, but it's very important that as females, especially men, y'all play that role in your children's life, whether they're male or female. I think men need to be a part of their children's life and play a significant role in their kids' life. Because I have a son. I'm a single parent. I can't teach him everything he needs to know about being a man. So I try to keep him involved with his coaches. His dad is involved in his life, but his coaches play a very significant role in, teaching him some things because he plays football. That's a whole nother, so they play a significant role. So I really appreciate the men that have come across this path that have taught him things about being a man. So, you got anything else?
No, that was really it.
Y'all want to have something to say? Y'all have questions that y'all want to talk about? Things that y'all seen on the relationship podcast? On the blog that y'all want to talk about?
Well, not really, but to touch on what you just said as far as independence, just like yesterday, I was on my way home from work. Two little girls, they hadn't been up more than 19, 20. Broke down on the side of the road, they had a flat. So I passed by, seen they was waiting on somebody. Somebody had already pulled over there to help them out. Guy, I don't know if it was his dad or whatever, so I turned around to see if they need help. So I said, y'all got it? The guy said, yeah, we got it. She's like, no, we ain't got it. He ain't got no jack. I'm like, so I'm thinking that knew then that they didn't know the guy.
Yeah.
So I immediately got my stuff and started trying to help him with the car. The whole time the guy trying to talk to him. So, you know what I'm saying? So just teaching your kids the basics. Certain stuff like that, because they was waiting on somebody to come help. They don't tell them how long they would have been sitting there. So
or what he would have done.
Yeah.
Especially if he's trying to talk to them, what he would have done. Yeah, that's very important.
Yeah.
Very, very important. And not just for girls. Boys need to know the same thing. Because, back in the day, it was just the girls needed to know. But shit, you got these damn promiscuous ass. Because I'm telling you, if a teacher hit on my boy, we going to have a problem. But you got these promiscuous ass women who are in school dating the guys that are in high school. The students, and that's happening more and more, and you see it more and more in the news. I seen it.
And I'm mad because what the fuck they was when I was in school.
I'm glad you said it because I was
like,
thinking like none of this shit was
He
occurring.
said he would have been on.
I'm trying to tell you.
But you have them.
None of
I'm
this
telling
was
you, if that's one, me and her
Trying to skip lunch for a long time.
Miss Johnson, do you love me?
It wouldn't have been Kiki if you loved me.
Shout out to Miss Johnson, you still fine.
Oh my God.
She's still fine.
Yeah. So y'all had teachers in school y'all were attracted to?
What?
Yeah, who did?
Y'all
God.
did.
Yes, Lord. 5th grade, 8th grade. What else?
I don't think none of our teachers was
White.
around in school.
I'm calling them names, but I had,
Yeah,
I had a hell of imagination in the 9th grade, boy.
Right.
I tell you.
Right. Oh.
Yeah, I'm calling them names.
I don't think none of our teachers was fired in school.
And then
But
I wasn't
the time
on.
I was there.
I'm only out of school. I graduated 2005. So what? 13 years. They might still be working.
Yeah,
And if you out there,
Hey,
ain't a student no more.
But I did run into a teacher that we had in middle school, which he says that we were the last class that made him not teach no more because we were so bad.
That's great.
But I know a lot of young ladies were in school. They were really attracted to him. Like, he used to get on my nerves, but they were really attracted to this man, and he still like flirted with them. So, being in you guys, if y'all were teachers, would y'all take it to that level with the girls?
Hell no.
Hell no.
I ain't taking it to that level.
I mean, I done went to school.
My thoughts in my mind. I ain't
For real, man.
especially
That's all
since I
it
got
take.
girls, so
Yeah, girl.
that's the first thing I think about.
Yeah.
Especially when I
Yeah.
see men listen to these little girls when they pass by. I'm like,
Man, we want to punch them in the throat.
yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
oh, fuck, my daughters ain't coming up here by you.
because you gonna die.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gonna die.
I'm killing everything but the
Fuck up
grass.
Your whole life. Like, I don't see the benefit of it. I just don't.
You got grown women out here and you looking at a
Yeah.
14, 15.
Probably don't even wipe right when you over there chasing.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I said it.
He said wipe right. Well, we thank you guys for being a part of the show. You guys were amazing. We always end the show with a quote. And today, the one I want to end with is, if you want a relationship that looks and feels like the most amazing thing on earth, you need to treat it like it is the most amazing thing on earth. And that goes for any type of relationship. You have, whether it's friendship or being in a relationship with a person of the opposite sex or the same sex if you like same sex. But you want to make sure that that person is amazing to you. One of the things we didn't touch on was communication, and I think communication is very important in a relationship. If you keep the line of communication open in any relationship, it's going to work. So again, thank you guys, DJ Mook and ABN. We thank you guys for being on the show. I'm Kay Wilk.
I'm sir.
And
That's
we'll
it.
talk to you guys next time.